It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just one of those days. And scene.
Amen.
Yeah, it's Loathsome Things. Horror movie podcast in which two white guys, that's a totally novel concept, talk about horror movies while bearded and overweight and aged. My name is Johannes. With me, as always, is Joshua. Joshua, how do you do this new year? Well into it now.
Yeah, we're Januarying. You know?
Oh yeah.
We're Januarying so hard. I'm doing multiple ways, John. I, as always, thank you, and I'm sorry for you asking me that question. Man, I don't know. I have a lot to talk about that doesn't involve this movie, just like life stuff. Do you have a lot of stuff to talk about that's just life stuff?
Oh, okay, good. I didn't think it was recording for a second. God damn it. No. Well, not as much as you, probably. I mean, I have a lot of life stuff, but it's stuff that was fun for me and boring for everyone else.
Oh, no, I don't think you crashing butt through a chair is boring for everyone else.
That was a pretty good story. As was me spending 4 hours in a Brazilian hospital for Christmas.
A Brazilian hours!
Oh, shit. A golden opportunity.
Oh, man, thank God. Thank God you did not go to Venezuela instead.
Nope. Flew over it once and then was redirected over Colombia on the way back.
Yeah, Colombia, a much safer place to be.
Yeah. You don't know if you want to avoid danger, you go ahead and go to Colombia.
Yeah. Out of all of the South American places, that's a real safer Rooney.
Correct.
So, okay. All right, how I'm doing. Let's see. I'm moving.
Oh, God.
I'm moving because... Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm moving because my mom, who has somewhere between early and middle dementia, is going to be moving in with us, and our current home is not to her liking. So... we are relocating to a new home, so I have been in the throes of trying to arrange for the purchase of a domicile while also trying to arrange for the sale of my current domicile.
Jesus, can't you just tell her that you already did it and she'll think it's happened?
She's not quite there yet. we're a little ways away from that. Just you look so happy with yourself.
I am a terrible person.
Oh, so I'm working through all of that. Then Christmas Eve, 2025, a gentleman who would later be revealed to me to be a sexual predator, who has now twice been arrested for solicitation of a minor, and in both instances, those were FBI agents. This swell fellow decided on the night of Christmas Eve, approximately 9:15 p.m., everyone driving home for the evening, decided it would be a really cool idea to just go ahead and stop his enormous vehicle in the middle of the road, a dark road, no streetlights. I'm stopping right here, right now, for no obvious reason. I, being a safe-ish driver, slammed on my brakes and managed to not rear-end this motherfucker.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, the 20-year-old young man who has spent all of his money, poured all of his money into this, like, 2009 Cadillac CTS. He's been, like, getting wood paneling on the inside, a total beauty of a vehicle, liability insurance only, young, Christmas Eve, trying to have a good time with his life. African American did not stop in time. So he rear-ended me, which pushed me into the other car. So my 2024 Ford Maverick, the little, like, the shiny pride of my life, is now totaled.
Jesus.
The gentleman behind me, the kid, just trying to have a good time, got full liability. He got ticketed, and the pedophile in front who actually caused the accident got away scot-free and was the only one capable of driving his vehicle away from the scene. So,
What the fuck?
So now I am dealing with purchasing a home, selling my home, dealing with all of the insurance, dealing with weird, scammy tow truck drivers, because when I released my truck to Geico, instead of it going to Geico, someone else picked it up and took it to their yard and is now, like, holding my truck hostage to the insurance company.
Motherfucker.
It's a whole fucking thing.
Jesus.
It's a whole fucking thing. And I'm mad about it. And Melanie's brother was kind enough, like, super duper kind and awesome, let us borrow his vehicle while ours was in the shop, because we are a one vehicle, institution over here. And then on my nephew's birthday, like, later that week, basically, we get all of the packages into the car, get it going. I'd already replaced the battery because it seemed like the battery wasn't doing a good job, and now, of course, the car will not stop. Or would not start, sorry. And so then we had to, we also, all of the things. But now, they've accepted liability. We're in a rental vehicle. We owe less on the vehicle, significantly less on the vehicle than it's worth, so I'm going to get some money for that, just in time to, put that money down as a down payment on a house, and hopefully sell this house and be able to purchase a replacement vehicle. So that's what Josh has been dealing with.
My son, Josh.
Yeah. His cousin, the other Josh. Oh, wait, no. Has been dealing with. How about you, John? How has your break been going?
Wow. Well, better than that. Fuck. Jesus Christ. What a nightmare. No, I mean, things, aside from getting really sick, I think I mentioned on the show, we talked about it, that we went to Brazil. My wife is Brazilian, in case anyone listening didn't know. And
my wife.
my wife. We make it the boom sexy time. In the anus. So we very nice.
Very nice.
It's the first time I got to go there since we've been together 10 years, because we just haven't been able to afford it. So we finally got it together and went and spent 2 weeks, and it was great. But like 2 days into it, I got really sick with a sinus infection and acute bronchitis, and was like, couldn't breathe without coughing. So I basically wasn't getting oxygen. So I was dizzy and, completely out of my element, because I was in Huathio for the first time, and in a city with 21 million people. It's a little bit of a sensory overload, but totally fucking badass. I love it there.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm super psyched about moving there now. I'm just like, I want to go back. But medical care was free, so that was nice.
That's awesome.
I got to meet her parents. She'd already met her parents. And then
that's good.
Yeah. It was it got as high as 96 while we were there, because it's their summer. and no one has air conditioning. So that was pure, unadulterated hell.
Jesus.
It was hell. I mean, they had little fans all over, just little fans that should be, the brand should be the fuck your mother. Because it's like, oh, kid, here, how about that fan? Does that one work? Oh, fuck your mother. I mean, it's just, it's like a bum who ate feces for dinner and is now breathing on you. That's what the fan feels like. I mean, it's pure hell. So yeah, I mean, it cooled down enough to be able to sleep at night, but only barely. And there was one night where I cried because I thought I might die. So yeah, so that went pretty bad. But otherwise,
hilarious.
Otherwise it was great. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. She's like, you're going to make it. And then I started coughing and passed out. Literally.
We have not, in fact, talked about this on the show because we talked about it not recording a podcast like two normal human beings for some reason. And so this is all of our millions of fans' first time hearing this story.
Yeah. It was... that part sucked. But I mean, I had x-rays, IV fluids. They gave me a COVID test, a flu test, negative on both. I had a bunch of prescriptions. Everything was 100% free. I paid nothing. And not because I'm married to a Brazilian, just because I was in Brazil.
Because you're a human being worthy of... medical care.
Yeah, exactly. So whenever you hear people talk about how it's just a third world country and it's a horrible place, those people are total idiots. It certainly has its issues. They're bums I would refer to as nuclear level. They sleep on the sidewalk in the middle of anywhere, like in the broad daylight when it's 96 degrees, completely crashed out on the sidewalk. They smell like urine and beer. There's like beer bottles everywhere and stuff. I mean, they're all over the place. And you just, every time you see one, you're like, is he alive? I don't know if he's alive. It's 96 degrees and the shade is right there, but he's sleeping right there in the broad daylight. It was, a lot of that was pretty overwhelming. The other thing that was crazy about Brazil is everything is covered in graffiti. Everything. Like entire, not only that, but like street art everywhere. And apparently every street artist in Brazil is the greatest street artist you've ever seen in your life. And like entire sides of high rises. And I'm not kidding. There's thousands of them in Sao Paulo. There's probably a couple thousand of them that have like full-scale murals on entire walls of the high-rise. Like, we're talking like 30-floor murals of just like the most amazing art. And a lot of these people are, world-famous artists, but a lot of them are just clowns, just like some bozo with a spray can who just happens to be really good at what he does. You'll just be driving down the freeway and the median is covered in tags and faces and phrases and, slogans and stuff. The whole city is like that. It's fucking crazy. And they have like great museums, great food, great people. It's a cool town. So that was great. It took us 44 hours to get home. Not so great. Thank you, Trump. Flights were canceled. One of our flights was canceled. We had to play that juggling nightmare that you go through when you're trying to get on a plane at the last minute that doesn't have seats, and then you get on standby, and then that flight gets canceled or whatever. It was just, we ended up spending 24 hours in Atlanta just trying to get everything sorted out. Lovely town, and some really nice Uber drivers there. We met some cool people. We had an Uber driver from Ghana who was very sweet. And another guy from El Salvador. I don't remember where he was from. Bolivia. I don't remember. But he was super cool. And then we finally got home after the worst Uber ride ever in Houston with a guy who had just started driving for Uber, didn't speak English. Fortunately, my wife spoke Spanish. He had a BMW, which sounded promising until we got in it and realized that every bump we hit, the bottom of the car grinded out.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great ride home. And he had some kind of issue getting us, like, because he picked us up somewhere else than where his phone was telling him to go. I had to, like, message him to tell him we're not there. We're on one floor up. So he picks us up, but then his phone didn't register. And so I know my wife's like, it doesn't even show that we're in his car. So she's tracking it on some map app, and I'm like, he knows. He's just got to get it sorted, and he got it sorted, and we got home, and everything was fine. But but those are just the adventures you have when you travel.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not dealing with the fucking nightmares that you're going through. That's horrible, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, are you kidding me? I would take everything that I've been going through for the past month over one night of 96-degree, no air conditioning heat while being hardly able to breathe and, like, crying because of the fear of death. I'll take all of mine, like, over that.
Yeah.
So, no, you win.
Yeah, I was extremely sick, and I was like, wow, am I going to spend 2 weeks in bed? And after like 2 or 3 days, I suddenly felt, not great, but better. And then we went out to that Itachiba, that other, kind of semi-mountainous city outside of Sao Paulo to stay with her friend's parents. And man, that house was like something you see in a movie. I mean, it was just so beautiful there. There's like mango tree outside our window and avocado trees everywhere, and parrots flying around, and like all these weird bird songs that you've never heard, and it's like at night you could hear cattle on like the adjoining hills because it was just so quiet, and it was just like, okay, this is really nice.
Yeah. That's fucking amazing. Yeah, the pictures were beautiful.
It was hot as fuck there too, but her friend Carol, or Cuddle, she bought a fan, and for me, I was like, you don't have to buy it. I can pay you for the fan, but she's like, no. And
no, for you, American, here, an electronic.
You, corpulent gringo, you need this fan.
Oh, what a great musician name.
Yeah, we went downtown on the 30th, the night of the 30th, and just because we were going to an art museum on this main street there called Paulista Avenue, and that's where they have the New Year's Eve celebration. They had 5.5 million people at their New Year's Eve celebration, but that night, they didn't obviously, because they were still getting ready. But we were kind of looking at the stage like, wow, they blocked the whole road off for the stage. It's a pretty impressive looking stage, and then I look over and there's like this department store with a big wide open, facade. And I'm like, are those fans? So I take my wife and one of her best friends. We go in there and I buy this giant fan, which was like 250 reals. But that, it was like $30 or something like that for like this nuclear powered fan that was so strong. It literally blew my wife's folded t-shirt off a pillow.
Nice.
Actually, it was so strong. It blew a framed like picture of a saint off the wall in their living room, and it smashed to the ground during Christmas. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Or during New Year's Eve or whatever. It was like, oh, sorry.
I would bring that home. Like, that would be like the new carry-on. I'm sorry, I need this.
I was talking to my wife yesterday, and she said, "Oh, I talked to my parents. They're doing well." And I said, "Oh, good. Oh, are they using the fan? Because they teased me when I bought the fan." And she said, "Oh yeah, they're using it."
Oh, nice.
Of course they're fucking using it. That fan kicks ass.
Yeah, that's amazing.
She called it the plane. Her mother called it the plane and laughed at me when we walked in. She was like, It's like, okay, I see how this is gonna go.
Oh, pursuing comfort? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I was teasing her about that too. That they have this like national pride there about air conditioning because when they grew up, global warming wasn't as bad, and so yeah, it gets hot in the summer. But when you get up close to the equator, more people have air conditioning, particularly in major cities. But when you get down to a place like Sao Paulo, they're technically on the southern latitude that very similar to where we are on the northern latitude. So, and they don't get quite as hot as we do. That was an anomaly that week, but they still get hot.
Yay for you!
Yeah, but they still get hot, and they get hot enough for AC. But people are still reticent to like adopt that because it's like this badge of pride that they wear. And I was reading about it on Reddit, and there were a bunch of people that were just like, man, fuck that. That's just stupid. Like, I've lived here my whole life. I bought a fucking air conditioner. Like, you people need to get with the program. And I was like, yeah. Yes, he's correct.
Yeah. Dude, you can go down there whenever y'all move there. You can be like the air conditioner salesman. You can be the corpulent gringo and have like your local radio commercials just selling people window units.
Corpulent gringo. I've already sourced them. I was looking at them today at work, actually, but because that's what we're going to do. We're just going to buy one and have it dropped off, one of those ones you can put in your room. I mean, we don't need, because you can do mini splits and central and all that, but there's no ductwork in these fucking houses either. So, yeah. Anyways, that's enough of that. So, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I looked up the statistics. So, Sao Paulo has 10 times as many people as the city of Houston, but it covers only 2/3 of the square miles as the city of Houston. So, yeah. That's a lot of people. So I could imagine there would be, at least 10 times as many really skilled graffiti artists with smaller square mileage to cover. So that's how you get there.
Yeah, it's the largest city in the Americas and our highest population. And it's even though everybody thinks of Rio as kind of like the pulse of Brazil, Rio's not only is it not the capital, neither is Sao Paulo, but it's also probably like the big celebrity culture comes out of there, but culture in Sao Paulo is a huge deal. I mean, it's got great museums. The music scene there is ridiculous. I mean, it's just it's very culturally diverse there. So it's a cool place. It's a really cool place. Not in the summer.
Yeah. Oh man, when you move back, you could also sell them on Christmas in July. They'll finally have winter Christmas. You could be Father Corpulence.
Well, that's our plan. Is we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back in August and spend 3 weeks because it's like, well, fuck it. That's their winter and it's our summer.
Yeah,
as fucking well. So.
Yeah.
Now I just have to
do that. Yeah.
Come up with like $2,500.
Going there in our winter is a total waste of time.
Total waste.
You did it wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, and during Christmas also, because I hate Christmas and all that. And so it was like, 400 people are coming over. Oh, good. That's great. Will they fit in this closet that we're staying in?
Yeah. You bought all of them gifts, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, here's my gift. I'm going to sweat a lot and eat everything. And shit and throw my toilet paper in a garbage can.
And then make everyone worry that I'm going to die so that they'll leave sooner. Speaking of am I going to die and then leaving sooner... John, why are we talking to each other and all of our millions of listeners today?
Oh, man.
He's gonna die.
Yeah, the cough is still around, but not as bad. Well, as it turns out, we are going to be talking about a 2019 film, excuse me, which was directed by one Mr. Frederick Guantanamo Durst. You may know him as the frontman of the world's most educated and widely considered most intelligent rock band, Limp Bizkit. And the film is called The Fanatic, and it stars John Travolta in what is widely considered as well his greatest role, and a one Mr. Devon Siwa, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yes.
And I would describe it, how would I describe it? I would describe it as a highly exploitative nightmare shit from the mind of a man who has no business using $18 million to ruin John Travolta's career.
That's a good one. That's a really tight description of this movie right there.
It was remarkably terrible. I was like, when the opening credits started, I thought, wow, this actually doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad because most of that 18 million, probably, well, 99% of it probably went to John Travolta, and then 0.5% went to Devon Sawa, or whatever the fuck his name is, and then the other 0.5 went to the cinematographer, who is actually, I forget his name, Conrad something, who's an actual badass. And so some of the shots in the opening credits are cool. And, the choice of music at that point wasn't that bad either. But I by no means thought that this meant that the film would be good. And I was proven right very quickly the moment I saw John Travolta, who plays Moose, an autistic man who has gone, and I'm just quoting a movie here, full retard. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, he really goes for it. I mean, the scene at the end of the movie where he's crying was like, wow, he is really invested in this. I mean, he takes this very seriously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, John Travolta went all the way balls out for this movie. The reason why he did is actually really sad, is because this movie, like, he accepted the role and, like, dedicated the role to his dead autistic son.
Oh my God, what part of autism did he understand? I mean, for God's sake, the man raised an autistic son, and this is his portrayal of autism? I mean, it's offensive. I mean, there's no way around it.
I mean, you also have to realize that it's through the lens of Fred Durst's direction. Yeah. Like, I'm sure afterwards, like, seeing it, John Travolta was probably like, oh, I made a mistake. Oopsie doodles.
I believe his first, or very close to first line of the entire film is, I need a poo.
It's right there. It's right there. It's so upsetting. And yeah, so to tie those two together, I often think about the defecation cycle as kind of like billiard balls.
Right.
Of like, you eat a meal and that meal bounces off the meal you had before and drives that one out of your butt as a poo, you know? And then the next time you eat a meal, that first meal that you ate that I described, that one gets bounced out as a poo, you know? It's billiards. Yeah. But then every once in a while, you take a poo that's like, ooh, I think both of them came through. I think the cue ball also went in the hole on this one. And so you feel pretty cleaned out.
Right.
But then you have a situation where, like, you eat the meal and then you don't have the billiard poo, and you're like, well, wait a minute. Where'd it go? What's happening inside of me? I don't feel constipated, but I know it's there. Right. That's the feeling of watching this movie.
Oh, man. It was... Wow. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's so bad.
It's so bad. And I love that Fred Durst really wants you to know that he has seen movies.
That's the saddest part of this movie, is that in some version of reality, this film could have had potential. And it was completely blown. I mean, the script is terrible. And the premise is fine. It's aside, like, he didn't have to be autistic, I guess. I don't know why he's autistic, but okay, if that's what you're going to go with. But then the way that it plays out, I mean, ultimately he is kind of a victim in a way, but and then there's that little gotcha moment at the end of the film where, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to like go step by step on this one, but where
no, there's no reason. Just keep complaining. Go for it. What were you going to say?
Well, there's a scene where like, okay, so the movie is about this autistic guy. He's obsessed with celebrities. He lives in Los Angeles or in Hollywood, and he's particularly obsessed with Devon Sawa's character, Brandon Bum Snort, or whatever his name was, and
I think you got it in one.
Yeah. He likes to, Moose likes to frequent this shop in Hollywood that sells memorabilia from films, that just looks like a pawn shop. And, it is essentially, but that just sells, like, it specializes in Hollywood crap. So.
Yeah, it's like a comic book store, but instead of comic books, it's bullshit.
Yeah, it's like the toilet seat that, what's his name, sniffed in, whatever.
The toilet seat that Fred Durst did a line of cocaine off of that one time.
That's the one. And,
yeah.
So he goes in the store to see what the guy's got going on, and the guy tells him, among other things, that this character, this Brandon actor, is going to be there signing his book, and that he will only sign his book. And then he shows Moose this vest that he has from the space vampire movie that Brandon made, which we just talked about on our last episode, apparently.
Yeah.
That was weird. And then he talks the guy into selling it to him for $300. The guy wants $800. And he's like, well, I can only do $300. And then the guy gives him the vest for $300 and says, make sure you pay me by the end of the year. It's like, well, I thought he had the three. Also, he only signs the book. So what good is... Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
It's fine.
So he puts the vest on backwards, and the guy says, Moose, you put the vest on backwards, and he goes, I know, and then rides off on his scooter, because he rides a fucking scooter, and dresses like Fred Durst on the last 2 or 3 tours, like a middle-aged man on a Hawaiian vacation in 1974. And,
yes. Like Larry Durker.
Oh my god, he does dress like Larry Durker. Whoa. With let's see whose haircut. I got to think about that. It's like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber in the front, and a kind of a oh my god, what's it called?
A fade?
Yeah, it's like a fade. It's graying, and then in the back he's got like a little bit of a mullet situation going on.
Yeah, they call it the Moose.
Oh man. So he starts hunting this guy down, essentially. He goes to the signing. He goes to this wine and dine event, and the guy's supposed to be there, and he's not there. Then he goes to the signing, and he's the next guy in line when Brandon gets called back because his ex-wife or ex or whatever is waiting out behind the shop with his kid, and she's...
in an alleyway or something?
Yeah, and she's mad at the actor because he's been blowing her off and not, being a dad. And of course the guy's a total piece of shit, and Moose comes out and is upset because he didn't get his balls signed or whatever. And the guy's a total dick to him. So now he's stalking this fucking guy. Goes to his house, climbs over his fence one day and runs into the maid, and they have a confrontation. He punches her in the nose, destroys her nose. She falls back, hits her head on the bird feeder or bird fountain or whatever, and dies.
Yeah.
So instead of running away or going to get help, he stays in the house for many hours until the actor comes home. and then he hides in the closet while the actor is talking to someone on the phone. Then the guy passes out drunk in front of the television, and Moose is there taking selfies, kissing the guy on the head and all this shit. And then he sits in the chair next to him, and he watches TV all night, and then we switch to morning. He wakes up first, because I don't know what this guy must have shot up heroin or something, because he was out. And
he's on multiple sleeping medications for his insomnia.
That's it. And then this phone rings, and Moose skedaddles up out of there. But ultimately, they have this huge confrontation, of course. The whole movie's leading up to this. And Moose ties him down, and he talks himself out of it because he's a good actor, but a bad person. Mm. And then he kicks the living shit out of Moose and blows his fingers off with a shotgun. Let's see. And then he stabs him in the eyeball with a gigantic Bowie knife, and then just shuffles him out the door, and then sits there so that we get to watch Moose walking down Hollywood Boulevard being laughed at by Hispanic people, because Hispanic people think that white people getting hurt is funny, which it is. And he runs into the girl that is his friend, for no apparent reason, who told him about the Celebrity Homes app, and then was like, don't use this app, but this is an app you can use to find their home, but don't use it. I'm not going to use it. And then he uses it. Yeah. And then she's like, you're going to be in trouble. Of course, she doesn't know that he killed the maid. So he goes back, ties the dude down. The guy gets free. All that shit happens. So now Moose is wandering down Hollywood Boulevard bleeding from his eye hole and his fingers that have been blown off. And she sees him, obviously takes him to the hospital. And then we cut back to the dude's house. He's been sitting at the door for apparently, I don't know, a day?
Days?
It's like, how long has he been fucking sitting at his goddamn door? And then the cops show up, and here's the twist. It turns out that the lawn care guy showed up and saw the dead maid in the backyard and went into the house and saw Brandon covered in blood and thought he did it, and he gets arrested for the murder. So apparently this dead woman was sitting in just laying in this guy's backyard for a day or two or more, and this dude never even noticed, apparently. Yeah. Sure, okay, that's fine. And I guess Moose gets away with it? I don't know. The girl does the narration, because that mattered. And she said...
Oh, man, it really mattered.
And then she said something like, well, Moose was a victim in the end, or something like that, and so was Brandon. And I was like, fuck you. You're a horrible person. This is your fault. She's like, well, I should take some of the blame. And it's like, no, you should take all of the blame for this. Because that guy's fucking unhinged. He's not just autistic. He's completely out of touch with reality. I mean, there's more going on than autism with this guy. And I mean, he killed somebody and it didn't even register with him, It's like, okay, sure. What was the point of this movie? Oh, it's just a thriller. It was thrilling to watch the autistic guy kill people and act like a total idiot, and then he gets away with it or something. But just to cap it all off, there's a wonderful scene where Devon Sawa's character is driving in his convertible with his little son, his horrible little son, and he says something like, Hey, you want to listen to some Limp Bizkit? What do you say? Hippity hop hoo, hip hop ho. And then he plays some Limp Bizkit, and he's like, yeah, fucking Biscuit, dude. And that was gratuitous. There was no need for that.
It was really bad. I have the quote here. He he turns it on. He the guitar, that really good guitar stuff in Limp Bizkit songs starts playing, and he goes, "Yeah, nice." End quote.
Fucking asshole. That Fred Durst, I bet. I mean, what a...
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, dude, you could have it, all these rappers gave money to help him make this, but I mean, ultimately, he convinced God knows how many people to give him $18 million to make that film. $18 million.
Yeah.
You know, I'm assuming Travolta probably took some kind of a pay cut. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much he gets nowadays for a film, but I doubt that it's probably around 18 million. I don't know. But
probably less now than it was then.
Yeah. I mean, Devon Sawa's a known known actor, and he obviously hired a good crew, because the sound quality and the picture quality are excellent. The cinematography was very good. I mean, the guy that he hired is one of the best in the business. Totally wasted, but
yep.
I just was like, but it's one of those movies that you just have to see. I mean,
yeah, it's just one of those films.
It's just everything is fucked. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to get it.
Yeah, this movie made me want to get a cookie.
Fucking hell.
So there is, I think this will really help you pull it all together, John, because I think you're not appreciating the artistic geniusry here.
Oh, okay.
Because you see, Fred Durst had a stalker.
Oh.
A stalker with a bad haircut who dressed poorly. It turns out John Travolta's character was inspired by Fred Durst's stalker.
Oh, God.
And so you see Fred Durst's stand-in character, Devon Sawa, is framed for a murder that he didn't commit. It symbolizes how the public villainize celebrities when they have been harassed and maligned by crazy people that are not worthy of our sympathy. And in the meantime, the paparazzi are also somehow there, making everything worse and not ever accepting blame for it.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I forgot that. I remember reading that a long time ago, and I guess I just blocked it out because I didn't care.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's fucked up. Wow. So,
yeah.
Wow. That's
this is Fred Durst's favorite movie, probably. Like,
well, no doubt.
He really gets this movie.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
There was
this is what go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say this. The scene where he's like tied down on the bed or couch, or the fuck he is, bed, I guess, and he's basically trying to talk Moose out of, hurting him or continuing to confine him. There was
I'll sign all the autographs, man.
There was an opportunity there for like some interesting interaction, where he could have been like actually sympathize with the guy and have the guy cut him loose, and everybody goes on their merry fucking way. It doesn't, but then he has to turn it into like this schlock explosion that, I mean, like he's trying to make an art film, I guess, that was poignant, apparently, and then he puts that in there. I don't know what it is about Fred Durst. I can't decide. Like, as much as I hate him, the look that he has used to present himself on stage for like the last 3 years is fucking epic. I love the old man fro wig and the like big gray beard. Well, obviously, and the way, like, how stupid he looks in his Hawaiian shirts and white socks pulled up, and like old school white nurse, trainer shoes or whatever. Like, he just looks like a total asshole, which he is, and that's perfect. But that guy, I don't know what that guy's like. He's like a mirror to the stupidity of America. Like, he is a walking, it's like you can't, like, don't kill the messenger kind of thing. It's like, don't blame Fred Durst. He's just a symptom, But
Wow.
But in this case, you can blame Fred Durst because he's the one who made this fucking movie, and it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Fred Durst. I'm sure it sucks to have a genuine stalker. You know, the celebrities deal with things that other people don't. And, you know, they have hardships in their lives that other people don't. And I'm sure that's one of them. There's celebrities who have been killed by stalkers, but that happens to normal, everyday people, too.
And there have been celebrities killed by celebrities, so, you know, it all evens out.
I mean, if all he learned from that experience was this movie, then somebody needs to stalk him a little harder next time.
Ooh! Dang. Yeah. Oh, man. Stalk Hard would be a great movie title. The Fanatic 2. Moose can stalk harder.
Fanatic 2. Corpulent Gringo.
Oh, man. So, I have a hard time. Every once in a while, people compliment me about something. They'll be like, hey, you're, good at this thing. I cannot deal with it. I suck so bad at taking compliments, and this movie is why. It's because I assume that I am like Fred Durst, and every time someone tells me I'm doing a good job, it's because I'm actually stupid and they're just trying to make me feel better. And thus, any encouragement I take that drives me forward to do these new things is actually doomed to turd, much like what happens whenever Fred Durst does anything, because everyone has told him he's good at anything.
No, Josh, I'm serious. Your cover of Behind Blue Eyes was transcendent.
That hurts so bad. Oh, man.
That part that you put yourself, where you put yourself in the jail cell and you're leaning against the bars with your arms up like this, and you're just kind of like making that cool, tormented artist face because you're probably going to bang Halle Berry. That was tight.
That was awesome.
Oh, man, I felt that.
I mean, my favorite thing about this movie is that Devon Sawa's in it. I like that. Final Destination 1, great job. And then he was Stan in the Eminem music video Stan. That feels really too on the nose. You know? But I dig it.
Canadian powerhouse, Devon Sawa.
There he is. Dude, and that guy, he was obnoxiously muscular in this movie.
Yeah, he was looking pretty ripped. I agree. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, that guy was just like bulging out of his sweater sleeves. It was ridiculous.
I'm torn kind of, not because I maybe like it, because I don't, but I'm torn because if he had the movie would have been 1,000 times better if, say, his stalker was maybe a woman or, somebody that you wouldn't expect. But then I guess they wouldn't have the physical advantage that Travolta has. But his physicality, ultimately, in the end, doesn't really matter because he's completely dominated by Sawa, who's like an absolute fucking unit. So it's like, if I'm trying to think okay, what if he was just being stalked by a normal stalker person, like just some guy who was obsessed with him?
Wouldn't that be neat?
And then I thought, well, it would be less interesting. It is more interesting because, for one thing, it is Travolta, and he really does go for it, which is pathetic, but it's entertaining from a at least an ironic standpoint. But I guess it would have made more sense as a film if he was just a normal stalker, because that whole element of the film is not relevant. It's relevant to him, but that's fine. He can tell his fucking therapist that and save the rest of the planet having to watch this fucking nightmare film. I mean, 1 star. Fucking terrible.
Yeah. It's so bad. And the reason that earlier I said that it really feels like Fred Durst is trying to communicate that he has seen a movie. He's like, oh yeah, I like movies. There's constantly movie references, and it just doesn't come across as feeling legit. It kind of feels like Fred Durst finally broke down and watched a few movies in preparation for directing this one. Because it's just, none of it comes across like, they keep talking about horror movies in this movie. I don't think Fred Durst likes horror movies.
Not good ones.
Not good ones, no. And there's all of these, like, movie things that happen in this movie that you could tell, like, Fred Durst is like, oh, okay, this is the kind of thing that goes into a movie. I will have one of those. So we have this frame narrator, which is the paparazza, who it literally boosts Moose up so that he can trespass into a celebrity party to meet this guy, then tells him how to find the guy's address, and then whenever he starts doing it, blames him for all of this, which is really dumb. He's got that memorabilia guy who, like, sells him the thing, and then cockblocks him right at the exact moment. I don't think that guy's actually his friend. I think that guy's selling him garbage for $300, and then, yeah. But then, John, you have completely failed to mention the two most critical characters in this movie, and that is Todd the God, the street magician, and the old black janitor / security guard man who wants Moose to stand up to Todd the God, the street magician / pickpocket planner / Moose's weird bathroom bully.
Yeah, those are very troublesome characters that just lead Moose into the exact wrong direction. Like they work together to make him a worse person. Fucking hell.
Todd antagonizes him, and then the security guard, like, tells him to assault the magician, and so then later he does, and then the security guard / janitor is like, good job, Moose. And it's the same with the memorabilia guy. They are both literally just, like, in 2 scenes, basically. We're just getting, like, here's the thing, there's the thing, you're done. Here's the thing, there's the thing, you're done. Like, it is obviously an amateur, like, plotted out this film.
Yeah. It's very poorly made, and it's a it's kind of a blatant ripoff of oh god, what is the name of that movie?
Forrest Gump.
There it is. Oh god,
Rain Man.
I was thinking Dressed to Kill, but that's a different film. It's the one about the
I Am Sam.
That's it. Is it a Brian De Palma film? It takes place in Hollywood, and it's about a character who's obsessed with Hollywood stuff and dresses up in classic Hollywood monster costumes and is stalking someone.
Conspiracy theory.
That's it. I don't remember the movie. Damn.
Yeah.
80s Hollywood stalker movie? Hollywood horror?
Mercury
That's
Rising.
the one. Oh my god.
Nell.
That's it. Tabatai.
Sling Blade.
Tabato. Tabatai.
Yeah. Tay in the wind. Chickapay.
Chickapee. I forgot about Chickapee. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
One of those. Yeah, I give this a 6. It's dreadful. It is entertaining as a curiosity, but I think people that are saying that it's like The Room are really stretching how entertaining this is for the curiosity's sake, because it's not that interesting. It's also almost entirely devoid of visual interest. Yeah. Like, after you get used to John Travolta's haircut, there's really not much drawing your attention to the screen.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I mean, it just doesn't have any. There's just no meat on it at all. Like the story goes nowhere, and I mean the story's fine. It's just a basic story, whatever. It obviously has terrible problems, but there's the script is just garbage. It's just there's nothing there, and the way he decides to use music, like to use really serious music when things that are supposed to be intense happen, it just falls so flat, and it feels comical. Like it's supposed to be intense, but it's just dumb.
Yeah. It's just poorly executed all around. I will say John Travolta really goes for it. I think if he had had better things going around him, it would be easier to see him really going for it and appreciate that. But unfortunately, it was in this movie for him, so oops.
Man.
John, I have to ask you, how does Moose make a living?
I'm assuming he's getting money from the government or something like that.
No, John. He dresses up like a London Bobby and street performs.
Oh, God, I forgot about that part. Oh, Jesus. He puts the big curly mustache and then the hat and has like the walking stick thing, the baton, and practices his British accent in the mirror. No, I'm not actually a British. I'm actually American. It's like, wow. Okay. Wow, I forgot about. I don't know how I forget about that. Jeez.
And then he's had his fingers blown off and his eyeball stabbed out, and he's walking down the strip, and people stop to take photos with him because he looks like a horror movie victim, which then he smiles and enjoys, and you're like, oh, that's how he's going to, make his money moving forward, is he'll be like a cool horror movie victim. No! The movie informs us that, in fact, he is not going to play to his one success of being a horror movie victim. He's going to be a pirate.
Maybe I'm failing to see the genius. Well, I'm definitely failing to see it, but maybe it's there. And I'm
just failing.
The movie I'm thinking of is Fade to Black. This movie is very similar to Fade to Black in a sense. It's about a lonely movie buff, as it says here, who struggles to find his place in the world. The rejection by a Marilyn Monroe lookalike who embodies his obsession sends him on a killing spree, during which he transforms himself into classic film characters. It's it's terrible, but it's fucking awesome. And it literally, granted it was made in 1980, but the cost of that film was $1.8 million.
1/10.
Yeah, 1/10 of the cost of this fucking turd. And totally worth watching. It's a fine film.
Yeah. It's also a terrible Metallica song.
Yes, it is. It is a shitty film, actually. But it's fun to watch. It's way better than this and totally worth watching.
Nice. So good. All right, so that's a 6 from you? That's a 6 from me. Even whoever drew those stupid cartoons in the credits, you could go fuck yourself.
Yeah, what was that about? Oh, that was useless too.
I would guess it was probably Fred Durst.
Jesus. They were so bad. It's like,
I'm an artist.
I used MS Paint.
I'm a Renaissance man.
I hate him with all my heart.
I'm a polymath.
Sure.
So, John, speaking of things that are actually worth watching, did you have any of those that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, I did. One thing I wanted to say real quick, I'm listening to an audiobook it's a biography about a folk musician from the 50s who was, it was a woman.
Ooh.
Her name was Connie Converse, and she was, she did all her music making in the 50s. She was living in Greenwich Village or in the east, what is it, the Lower East Side, Upper East Side, I forget, East Village, during the time of like the, folky scene with Dylan and all that kind of stuff. She wrote some stuff and got the attention of someone who recorded her with like a reel-to-reel player. She never really made a name for herself. She never got a break. And then in 1970, she ended up giving up music. And then in 1974, she loaded up the Volkswagen Bug and just left town and was never seen again. No one knows what happened to her. But her music's really interesting. And that is a kick-ass fucking book. So anyways, I just had to throw that in there. But as far as what I've watched a lot. I saw several movies while I was on planes 28 years later, which it was okay. The ending was...
Yeah.
I don't really know what was going on. It's my least favorite of the three films by far. And then I saw Him, the football horror film with Marlon Wayans.
Oh, yeah.
That was produced by Jordan Peele, so it got a lot of attention because of that. It was apparently a total bomb and got panned by the critics. I didn't think it was that bad. I mean, it wasn't great, but if you're a horror movie person, you probably should watch it. I mean, it's definitely original, and it's a pretty strong indictment of the NFL, which, it didn't really need because we already know that they suck. But it was pretty critical in a kind of funny way. I liked it. We finished Stranger Things. That was sappy and went on too long, and there was way too many speeches. It felt Lord of the Ringsy in that respect. And I was okay, whatever. We finished it. And then we saw Together, the body horror film with Allison Brie and Dave Franco. And I expected that to be terrible, but I actually really liked it. I was surprised because I'm kind of pissed off at Dave Franco for not saying anything about his dickhead brother. And I was kind of pissed off at the people who made this movie because apparently they stole the idea from another movie that Allison Brie and Dave Franco tried out for and decided not to do. And apparently it was very, very similar to the script for Together, which then came out later, which is really fucking lame if they stole it. But, hey, if they made a better movie, then maybe they did a better job with the script. I thought it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I'd love to watch that other movie too, but yeah, I loved it. The ending was perfect. The set design of that crazy bell chamber was amazing. Everything about it was great.
Yeah, that was great. It was just insane. I wish they would have made it a little bit more explicit that those were church pews embedded in the muddy walls of that pit, but the guy says it later, so it's fine. But it would have been cool if we knew it at the time. That's kind of what they look like, but I wasn't sure. I don't know. Did you know when you first saw them?
I didn't at first. Later, I was like, oh yeah, that's pews. There's like a weird, like we had a little, we had a little thing happened in here.
Yeah, it was, it used a lot of the things that you see, lately in horror films, and there's little, like the bell showing up, and then she goes to the principal's house, and twist, the principal was part of the cult too, and he's got the bell, and like those kinds of things. But they did it effectively, so it was very much a film of its time, but it was a successful take of a film. It wasn't groundbreaking necessarily, it was borrowing a lot from other movies like Substance, and weirdly it reminded me, I wouldn't say it borrowed from, but it reminded me a lot of The Empty Man for some reason. Well, I guess because of the pit.
Yeah, it had.
Yeah. But, yeah, I really liked that film. I was surprised. I thought I was going to hate that, and I was going to hate him. But, of course, as soon as they came out there, I was like, I'm watching both of them.
Yeah, it was great. I love it. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm always a little bit put off by Dave Franco's screen presence, but I was the least put off by.
Yeah, his voice is really fucking annoying. But it's kind of funny. And I watched it with my daughter, and we both laughed a lot because of his voice. So that kind of made it more fun. How about you? What did you imbibe?
Well, I watched Together. Fantastic. I switched from Shudder to AMC
Ah.
Plus because AMC Plus has Shudder
Yeah.
in it, plus all of their other
Right.
things. So I've been going through their horror catalog because it allows it. I've been going through their horror catalog in reverse alphabetical order.
Oh,
So
nice.
I've been watching films such as Yummy, You'll Never Find Me, Yellow Brick Road, You Are Not Me, Whistle and I'll Come to You, Witchboard, Wildling, Watch Me When I Kill, Wax Mask, Wake, Venom, The She Creature, The Prowler, The Funeral Home, The Stone Tape, and The Severed Son. It has been a great time.
You saw all those? That's amazing.
Yes. You see, when your car gets obliterated over the holidays and you don't have transportation,
Yeah.
you get to do some stuff.
Wow.
Also, it's been a long time since we've talked.
That's true.
In addition to that, hold on. Wait.
Hit.
Oh, wait. No. What were you going to respond to one of these or some of these?
Just Yellow Brick Road I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know if I saw it. I probably saw some of those other ones, but I don't remember them by name.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't remember some of these.
Yeah.
I've just been writing them down as I watch them. I'm like, which one is it? Okay. But I also then watched, Melanie and I finished our rewatch of Angel, and it's much worse than I remember. Also finished, watched on your recommendation and others, Mayor of Easttown. Fucking amazing. Evan Peters is just always a joy.
Yes, he's fantastic. That's a really good series.
Yeah, highly recommend. And then I watched Chain Reactions, the documentary about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which it's great. It has Takashi Miike talking about how that's the movie that made him a director.
Ooh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
And also it has Patton Oswalt in it for some reason that I can't understand.
Nice.
But, whatever.
Okay, I didn't know. I know Stephen King's in it because he's on the picture of the thing on Shudder.
And his thing is great. Like, he talks about the difference between horror and terror and like the effects that those have on people. It's fantastic. He also talks about getting hit by an automobile. And he talks about how he pulled one of his publications because he didn't want to be able to be blamed for school shooters becoming a thing.
Yeah, the short story that he wrote,
Yeah. So that's all good. I also have been reading the poem on learning to dissect fetal pigs by Renee Nicole Macklin, a.k.a. Renee Good. It is a fantastic poem. I was surprised that I had read it before she was murdered by ICE. I was like, I know this poem. But it's a fantastic poem. I highly recommend everyone go out there and read it and donate money to some sort of Megan Good thing. Or no, not Megan Good. Renee Good.
Renee Good.
Different Good.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that she was, had published work. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'll forget to put a link to it in the show.
Cool,
notes.
and I'll go there looking for it, except that I won't, because I will also forget.
Yes, it's one of those great days.
Fuck.
John, we're gonna review Banshee chapter by Blair Erickson.
Blair
Erickson. I watched it. I rewatched it. I didn't like it as much as I did the first time around.
I did not rewatch it. I was too busy recouping. It took me about 10 days to feel normal after that trip. I was exhausted, like deliriously exhausted after that long day. But I would say by day 10, I took a nap, woke up, and I was acting like a complete asshole. And then I realized, hey, I'm myself again. Talking too much, making stupid jokes, and driving my wife insane. Everything's good.
Nice! He's back, baby!
I've just been watching a lot of Peep Show. I'm rewatching Peep Show.
Nice.
I fucking love Mitchell and Webb.
Yeah. So if you had, just from memory, How would you rate Blair Erickson's Banshee Chapter 2013?
From memory, I'd give it a 6.6. I remember it having issues. It's a little convoluted from what I remember, and it's a little slow at times, and runny. It doesn't.
Yeah, like an egg.
It just needs to be tightened up a wee. But it's got some cool stuff in it, and it's got the put the acid in the basket guy in it, and so that was cool. And his really awful exploitative ripoff of Hunter Thompson is really funny to watch. But I mean, I'll give it a 6.6 just because I just gave the Fanatic a 6, and it seems kind of insane to put them on the same level. So, I don't know. How about you?
Nice. Yeah. I gave it a single 6. I feel like it deserves a place beside the Fanatic. Because, like, rewatching it, yeah, that guy was great, but then, like, the main character lady is just so obnoxious to watch. There's so many problems with it, and it's often just unentertaining. I was like, you know what? This movie is much worse than I remember it. But maybe I was just in a bad mood from having watched The Fanatic.
Yeah, that could be. Oh, Ted Levine, that's his name. Ted the Machine.
Ted Levine.
Ted the Machine Levine.
Oh, man. One of the best characters on beloved television series Monk.
Okay.
2 weeks from today, we're going to... and this shocked me. I thought it had been more recent than this. We're up to episode 26 on our rewatch, and it's Jose Mojica Marin's At Midnight I'll Take Your Soul.
Wow, okay. I didn't... That's wild, okay.
Yeah, that feels like that was, like, at most 2 years ago, but apparently not.
Wow, okay. That's 100 movies ago or so.
It's exactly 100 movies ago.
Yeah, I guess it would. Yeah, oh my god. That's...
Yeah! Good guess! But to tie it all together, I was like, Blair Erickson, if you will. I really like the name Blair, so I was like, what kind of Blair could I pull in for the next movie for us to watch? What's a really famous, notable, like, what about an actor named Blair?
Yeah, Tony Blair.
Tony Blair, the Prime Minister of Greatest of Britons. Or whatever. I don't know who he did what for. But then I was like, okay, well, that's not cool. I don't like any of the actors named Blair. What about a movie with the name Blair in it? And I was like, there's some really good options here. But then I was like, no. What I really want, I want another director named Blair.
Okay. Thought we were going with The Exorcist, but okay.
No, there's no. In fact, we're going with a little ditty fresh into the hoops of Hulu, directed by Macon Blair or Macon Blair.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how his name is pronounced, but he directed a little redid or redo known as The Toxic Avenger.
Oh my god, I didn't realize he's the one who made that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow, I like Macon Blair. And now I'm forced to have to watch this fucking nightmare.
Oh man, with Elijah Wood and someone else, I can't remember who is famous in it. Famously plays like small characters in fantasy dramas. I don't know, but it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, Kevin Bacon, that's it. Yeah, Macon and Bacon in this movie together.
Yeah, Blue Ruin is awesome. Green Room is really good, and Hold the Dark is really good. Murder Party I thought sucked, but probably people might fight me on it. I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore was okay. It's got David Yao in it. That was cool. But that's all of his stuff that I've seen. But yeah, cool. Interesting.
Yes, it's gonna be okay.
Cool. I'm a person who generally. Oh, sorry. I'm a person who generally hates
No.
trauma movies, and I like fucking Ninja Cop or whatever, and
Sergeant Kabuki
yeah,
Man?
and Toxic Avenger, and yeah, a lot of that Lloyd Kaufman stuff is fucking terrible to me, like, and not in a good way. But we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I think. Have you watched the trailer for it?
Maybe.
¿Por qué?
It's good.
In my country? Oh, okay. Well, I'm watching John die. I'm seeing he just coughed out one Brazilian germ.
Oh, man. Yeah, saw the lights going out on that one.
John is red like Santa Claus's hat.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not a boxer, because I think I would have what they call a glass jaw.
Oh, ham and eggs over here. Good. All right, so go out there, stop shooting poets, and run over your local ICE officer.
Yeah, stand up for something that's actually worth a shit, not tyranny and fascism. Thank you.
See.
God damn it. And in the meantime, tune in 2 weeks hence, and we'll be talking about the Hotte Havano by Mahon Blanc. And
Blanc.
And in the meantime,
That's my favorite one so far.
Why am I sweating so much?
You brought it with you from Sao Paulo, sir.
Jesus. I shared that post-breakfast photo with you, right? That's 100% real.
I love it.
It's totally real.
Yeah, you got the egg sweat.
I mean, I was drenched. Fucking soaked.
Oh, it looked so uncomfortable.